Hi, I'm Tori Dixon.
And I'm Steffi Sooter.
We are fortunate enough to play volleyball here at the University of Minnesota.
During the community service for our CLA class, we had the opportunity to work in a very different kind of organization, Magic, Maroon and Gold impacting the community.
The mission of the Minnesota Magic program is to provide student athletes with quality volunteer opportunities so that student athletes like us can give back to the Twin Cities community. Minnesota Magic volunteers represent their teams, their athletic departments, and the University of Minnesota. Participants gain leadership through their service while providing a positive influence in the community.
The community that the Magic program works with is areas in or around Minneapolis, specifically on the University of Minnesota campus. Student athletes are asked to go out and serve our community to represent not only the university but also the teams and organizations that we take part in on campus. This type of activity is also important to do because if we show the support for the Minneapolis metro communities and give them a positive view on the University of Minnesota and the athletics, there is a hope that they will support the university.
It also helps student athletes like us get more involved with the community in which we are surrounded by. Volunteering gives us a chance to give back to the community that supports us. This organization also gives us the opportunity of planning a time to volunteer that best fits our busy schedules, which involves going to classes, workouts, practices, and meetings. Magic provides us with lots of different opportunities to pick and choose which organizations we would like to work for, including different dates, times, locations, etc. We go to the website www.goforacademics.com, and from there we can sign in for volunteering events listed on the website with our X500 identification.
The volunteering organizations that we chose to participate in were the Golden Gopher Funding, Gym Jam, University of Minnesota, Relay for Life, Goldie's Run, and the Leukemia Foundation. All of these options that we chose to do were all located on the University of Minnesota campus, and all except for the Relay for Life benefited or was in support of University of Minnesota Gopher Athletics.
The first event that we worked was one that benefited the Golden Gopher Funding. We called and thanked people for their donations or continuous support of the Golden Gopher Athletics. It is because of these people that we have the athletic programs that we do at this university. Without them, there would be no athletics, which also impacts the surrounding community. Without these generous supporters, it would mean that there is no homecoming week, spring jam, or other events including the Pink Games for women's sports, which benefits breast cancer, or any athletic program that supports an organization on any given day. Without these people's continuous support of Gopher Athletics, the athletic department would not have enough funds to run correctly. These people can either support by giving money to scholarship funds, equipment funds, or simply by buying premium seats in any sport. All of these people received a phone call from one of the 20 athletes that were working this event. All of the volunteering athletes meet at Mariucci Arena and called all of the supporters and personally thanked them for their support.
The second event that we worked at was the Gym Jam, which was located at the indoor football field at Bierman. Gym Jam is an event for students and their families at the Shirley G. Moore Laboratory School to promote healthy activities appropriate for young children of the ages 2 to 5. These families are allowed to make donations to the university if chosen, but it is not required. The student athletes represented positive role models for the children that are learning about healthy activity and a positive lifestyle. During this event, we played various games and sports with the young students and even got to know them on a one-on-one basis. It was a fun experience because we got to be a kid again and participate in all of the fun activities and sports that were going on around us. It was similar to an open gym feeling. The kids were full of energy and ran around everywhere, and we coasted, playing with many of them or helped out by organizing the activities. The best part about it all was at the end of the event, we felt as if we impacted these kids in a positive way and felt as if we encouraged them to pursue a healthy lifestyle.
We also work for the University of Minnesota Foundation, which was less than a rewarding opportunity for us. We worked at the basketball game at Williams Arena or the Barn. We handed out posters and flyers to basketball fans that went by. It was one of the more boring jobs, but hey, someone had to do it.
The next event that we chose to partake in was the Relay for Life. It was located on the Bierman Athletic Track. We worked on the luminary portion of this event. People had the option to decorate a white bag in honor or in memory of a cancer patient or survivor for $1. All proceeds went to cancer research. We then took these white bags, filled them with sand so they could not be blown away, and placed a candle in them. Once 10 o'clock hit, we lit the candle. The whole field was lit up and filled with these white bags. After the luminary ceremony, it became very low-key and chill because the main event was over. We walked around the field in remembrance of those people that lost their lives to cancer, celebrated those who survived it, and fought back against it while making new friends along our walk around the track until about 6 a.m., where we then departed the Relay for Life field. It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive.
From there, we went straight to the event Goldie's Run. Goldie's Run is a 5K run for anyone who wants to run around the University of Minnesota campus. We worked at the TCF Bank Stadium doing registration, playing with kids at the kids section, and handing out refreshments to runners after they completed their run that I could never do. All proceeds went to and supported the St. Jude Medical Hospital that benefited heart research.
You can't tell me that I'm wrong, just as long as I survive.
The last and final organization so far this year that we worked for was the Leukemia Foundation. The Leukemia Foundation teamed up with Gopher Athletics program, and together we are fighting for a cure. One of the football players at the university, Connor Cosgrove, was diagnosed with leukemia last season and is currently getting chemotherapy treatment to treat his cancer.
We think we have it tough with, we're in our 11th practice. Guys, I think their life is getting so hard.
Moment of truth, let's go!
Then you look at people like Connor, who is fighting for his life right now. Midway through the season, maybe a little earlier last year, Connor wasn't feeling good and he went in for some tests and found out he had leukemia, and it was a tough blow for the team.
The Leukemia Foundation and Gopher Athletics teamed up to make Connor John wristbands. Wristbands sold for $2 each, and the proceeds went to the Leukemia Foundation for research purposes. We sold these wristbands at the spring football game for about 5 hours. It was one of the most rewarding experiences that we partook in because there was a personal connection to a fellow University of Minnesota athlete in his fight against leukemia.
The only social issue that we decided to focus on was during our community service while volunteering for the Leukemia Foundation and for the Relay for Life organization. The social issues of cancer and the charity work we participated in are that of the environment. The environmental exposures play a huge part in causing cancer. It can include such factors as sunshine, radiation, hormones, viruses, bacteria, and chemicals in the air, water, food, and workplace, as well as lifestyle choices like cigarette smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, an unhealthful diet, lack of exercise, or social behavior that increases one's exposure.
Also, as we take a step back to look at what these charity events did for people, it brought people together to support the cause, it brought awareness, and it brought remembrance and celebration to those who have lost their lives to this worldwide disease and to those who have survived it. What this charity work doesn't bring, though, are the solutions in curing cancer that many children, teens, adults, and elders are faced with globally, and the social challenge for our society is to eliminate the factors that cause cancer.
Donations people make support the benefit and also help raise money towards the research of this disease and trying to find a cure. But when will we really find a solution? Who will be that one less person, sister, grandparent, brother, mom, or dad that doesn't have to fight back towards this disease? People relay so that no one else hears the words, "You have cancer."
The social issues that cancer brought up in our charity work was a review on what we had already learned in our CLA 2005 class. We spent an entire semester in this class learning about the global issues people face in some of today's societies. The National Cancer Institute states that the causes of health relates back to environmental issues along with nutritional issues, both of which we went over extensively throughout our readings and videos that were watched during discussion and lecture. Dancing Skeletons went over the importance of eating right and also covered the nutritional value and safety problems of food. Along with that, the book In Defense of Foods goes over the importance and the effects of the American diet and how it can have serious health problems such as cancer. Food Inc. displayed the harsh reality of the American food system, and it showed us the realism on what we are putting into our bodies without us even knowing what we are really consuming.
The big lesson we took away from these two sources was that of knowing that what we put into our bodies has a huge impact on our lives, without us even knowing. It can affect the larger scheme of things, like cancer. We also learned that the environment has a huge effect on the social issues of cancer. The question we all want answered is, what factors contribute to cancer? It's just that of everyday life. Cell phones, the water we drink, the air we breathe, the food we consume, the light in which we intake, etc. We are surrounded by these causes of cancer. Now I ask you, what can we do in our everyday life that makes you or me less prone to getting cancer?